Hi guys, it's Micah here. Today I wanted to show you the shaving foam technique with distress re-inkers. And I did a video on it last year, but I did the old-fashioned way, which is the first card I'll see in the video. But then earlier this week I saw a video from Understand Blue, and she used um, stencils to put it through. So I used some homemade stencils, and I used existing stencils. And I'm only going to talk to you through the first little bit because you might hear it. My nose is completely clogged up and I sound even weirder than normal. But what you do basically is put a shaving foam in a dish, and mine is running low. Yeah, and you need baby wipes or kitchen paper. So I use those scrapers and some sticks to stir the inks. You basically spread a thin layer of foam, and then you drip in some re-inkers, and I prefer to stay within the color family. And you can choose one outside your color family. So, but if you take more, then you will create mud really quickly, especially when you stir it and mix it. So I'm gonna start with browns because I had this deer in mind. And um, I'm looking for my color chart, my color rainbow wheel, and basically you can choose the color next to it on one or the other side, but if you choose color on either side of one, you'll get brown. So unless you want that, just choose one. So I'm starting with a few brown colored ones. I don't have all the re-inkers, so and of course you can choose any color that you like. But I was going to do this deer die cut. I made a stencil on paper because I tried acetate and that didn't work. So I cut it from paper, which is not as durable. But I thought, deers are brown, so there's brown. And this, you mix it with your stick until you get this marbling effect. And the old way was what I do now is you put it in there, and as soon as it contacts with the foam, you get the imprint on the paper. So then you let it dry, and if you cut it out, you get really cool effects anyway. But I thought that could be done. So this is my try of making a plastic stencil, and it didn't work. And on other stencils, other dyes, they cut better through acetate. You just have to try out which ones work for you. So I made this little deer family, and I tried to make the daddy deer in front, and he's looking back at his family if they're following him. I thought that was cute. So you instead of dipping it into the foam, you scrape a little bit off, and then you put it through your stencil, and you scrape off the extra. And of course, because it's a paper stencil, it will get wet, and you can't use it as often as a plastic one. But the foam dries really quickly. And if you scrape it off now, you will smear it. And I personally don't really like the distressed look, see? So the other ones I let dry by air, and then I cleaned up later. So, well, this is about the technique. Showing you a few more cards or variations I made with color, with greens and blues. And I also made one with two-toned with purple and blues, but my foam ran out, so I did that later and it's off camera, but the photos are at the end of the video. So I hope you stick around, and I hope you will give it a try. And be prepared, it's a bit messy, but it's so much fun and it's very addictive. So cut more paper than you think you want to make, because once you start, you won't be able to finish. So thank you for watching, and see you again next week. Bye bye.